opportunity to have make a new signature guitar with a company that I always wanted to be with. So it's really cool. It's a lot of fun to go through the process and kind of figure out what to do and how everything works. I have other guitars that it's modeled after, but it's pretty much everything in the guitar. It's it's exactly what we normally play anyway. So just kind of make it your own, and we both use shapes that they're not like anything like we've created our own specific crazy body design. We're using very classic models that are very identifiable with the companies and stuff, but we're just putting our own personal twists on them and doing something different than the standard model they have. So it's kind of more unique to the player, and also it has some different options for people, like if there's something on the normal model that isn't as appealing or something. So it's really cool to kind of put your own twist on something that's very iconic kind of guitar.
Yeah, it's always been a dream for me to be playing Gibson. I've been with Gibson for a couple of years now, and they say they were up for doing a signature. So it's still in the prototype forms. I hope that it's out this year. I'm not exactly sure if it will be or not, but we're going to be doing an Epiphone one because I wanted to make something that our fans would be able to afford. Because if I did a Les Paul custom signature, it'd be like $5 grand. I don't think anyone would really be able to afford it. So I wanted to make something that I would be able to play live, that our fans can play the same thing, the same exact thing that I use. And hopefully it'll be announced soon. 6 weeks that we did with Maiden, I think really helped us out in Europe to become a bigger band. The night before, we're actually opening up for Priest. We're playing direct support of Judas Priest on their farewell tour in Wacken, so it'll be like an 80,000 person festival, which would be, I think, probably our biggest show of our lives. And the next day we fly over to do the Maiden show, so we'll be able to play with 2 of our favorite bands ever.
It's 6th of August, and it's gonna be really cool. It's the last show of the Maiden's tour, so we get to get the farewell party kind of end thing. And we've never played the O2 before, so it's a new venue. We've played tons of places in London, so it's fun. It's gonna be cool to finally play the O2, so it'll be fun.
It's gonna be really good. I found that our heroes, like Maiden and Metallica, have been some of the coolest bands we've ever met. Very, very nice people, all of them. It's hard to say who my biggest influence on singing was. I would assume I would have to trace it back to Metallica's Black Album, James Hetfield, because if I didn't hear that record, I wouldn't have ever heard metal in the first place. I wouldn't have ever picked up guitar seriously and then wanted to learn how to play guitar, wanted to join Trivium at 13 years old, and then when we couldn't find another singer and I was told to sing, I really looked towards him to see what he did because he was my favorite one. So I would have to say he's the most influential one. Not saying that I borrowed in the fact that trying to sound or try to sing like him, but he was my first hero for singers, and it really shaped the path of what I wanted to do. I remember watching Seattle 1989 VHS, pointing at the TV and saying, that's what I want to do when I grow up.
Everyone's got to play a part and to be a tight band. If there's a weak link, you're gonna. We've had problems where certain people or one person doesn't play as tight as the rest, and it kind of throws a wrench in the whole thing. So you all just got to be individually good and then collectively good and tight and well rehearsed, and just have your music really, really good and down. So it's just you got to really practice. I don't think there's any band. All the bands that are amazing live and really tight put the work in to sound like that when it comes down to playing in front of people. If you're playing for an hour, you got to put tons of a couple weeks of rehearsal into the amount of time you're going to play a show. So we definitely put that work in to be able to so we don't look like a bunch of dumbasses up on stage and playing like crap.
I mean, our record, for example, took 2 years of work, and it's like an hour's worth of music, so that shows that it really takes a lot of time to do anything right.
take everybody else down. Everybody else down with me. I know that.
When we look at our favorite bands, it's like we were into them, they brought us into what we do, but we all would do it differently. I would like to think that other bands would like to do it differently as well and create their own way and their own way of doing it versus sticking in the mold of what someone else already did and rehashing what they'd already done. Our record is a response of the fact that we haven't really seen anything overly exciting and different in metal in the last while. There's no new band coming out there that's doing something that's really captivated us, like as being outside of the band and outside of being Trivium guys, but just being fans of the genre. So it's really up to someone to do it, but we feel like that's why we completely rewrote the rules within Waves and did exactly what we wanted to do, because we felt like we've been missing it as fans of music, and that's why we just decided to do it ourselves.
Everyone down.